All right, to all the Star Wars fans out there, people looking, loving the new movies and looking forward to the Last Jedi and the movies going forward. It's been such a fun ride, and I love all the theories and the comments, and especially the theories. I love the fact that we don't know. No one's right at this point. We don't know what's going to happen. Um, but what this kind of reminds me of is I love the show Lost, and what was fun about Lost is all the theories and all the theories that could be true. And when we finally got to the end of that great series, what you found was that the writers could only do, they knew they couldn't please everybody. They could only do the story that they knew, that they wanted to tell, their own concept, right or wrong, best or not the greatest idea. They had to go with what they wanted to do, what was in their heart. And so while I enjoy all the theories about Last Jedi and Rey and Snoke and will Kylo, turn back to the good side, while a lot of the theories could be right, I think what people are missing is the intent of the people who are actually doing it. These writers, the people behind this, Kathleen Kennedy, Ryan Johnson, J.J. Abrams, my theory is that they want to do their own stories. They don't want to, I don't think they feel a need to rehash or explain or defend the previous movies, especially the prequels. I don't think there's going to be midichlorians. I don't think there's going to be a lot of Anakin or Darth Plagueis. I don't think there's going to be a lot of using the present to justify the past or explain the past. For instance, I think Rey's parents are going to be important to her and important to advancing the story. As in, like, Rey's parents, my theory is they'll be like maybe royalty of a certain planet that advances the current story. I think Snoke is someone who he has a past, and a past that is maybe somewhat connected to previous things that have happened. But the main point of him being here is to advance the current story. And I guess I worry about a lot of backlash from Star Wars fans because The Last Jedi answers questions in its own way and isn't as beholden to the previous movies as maybe some fans want them to be. Like I said, I think the movie's going to be, it's a forward narrative. It's going to be, Rey meets Luke, and Luke is, hey, I think the Jedi should end. I'm done with the whole training thing. And Rey maybe, convinces him, hey, train me. Maybe Luke walks into the Falcon. Movies are dramatic, and he's walking through the Falcon, and he remembers Han, he remembers Obi-Wan, and it sort of relights a spark in him to train her. And that's it, though. It doesn't have to be, I'm going to train you because you're my niece, my daughter, my aunt because of, your Anakin's cloned sister or something. No, it's going to be because of the present story. That Luke will decide, hey, I'm a good guy. This is what good guys do. We train the new generation. We go forward. That's my main thing, I guess. I just wanted to kind of put that out there and just kind of keep the expectations down. I think it's going to be a great movie. I'm excited. I feel like, the confidence that they've shown in Ryan Johnson, that not only did they like this, apparently they like this movie so much, they're like, dude, do your own trilogy, which I find amazing. And it gives me confidence that The Last Jedi is going to be a good movie. But I don't think it's going to answer the questions that people think it's going to answer. I remember with The Force Awakens, Rey had that staff and all the promos, and everybody was convinced that staff had to mean something. It was more than a staff because they kept showing it. And Daisy Ridley, I remember in an interview, said, no, it's a staff. It's a staff I use. Yeah, it looks like other staffs maybe in the past, but they're not overthinking this. And they're not It doesn't have to be Darth Plagueis' staff to mean something. And the way it looks, like Daisy Ridley wasn't being cute. It actually was simply a staff. That was her binky, her weapon of choice. And with that in mind, I just think that's going to be, I think we're going to get new concepts, new ideas. And I'm excited for that. And I just hope that, like a lot of Lost fans, I hope a lot of Star Wars fans aren't disappointed because it's not what they would have done. But hopefully they will enjoy what is done. All right. Thanks for listening. If anyone ever watches this, I love Jedi Council. Like I said, I love the Jedi. I love the Star Wars fans. The original trilogy I grew up with. Episode 1, 1999, was the first and only time I ever I stayed up overnight to get tickets for at the Ziegfeld Theater in New York City, 54th Street. And that second trilogy was truly, it was disappointing. It didn't have as many new things as I wanted it to. Episode 1, 2, and 3, you knew where it was going. I was waiting for something shocking and new to reveal itself, and it didn't happen. And it was an overall disappointing trilogy. And now we have another chance. And I like not knowing. I like the possibilities. I'm okay with, their ideas not matching mine. But I know I've learned through YouTube and, with the internet and everything, and all of us talking more, that there are people that are demanding, that are going to demand answers. Rey must be related. Snoke must be something. They feel they're owed something, and we're not. We're fans. I feel like you just enjoy the ride. Enjoy what they do give you. I guess that's my message, and my hope is that we can enjoy what we have, enjoy that we have enjoy that someone like Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams, and it's a tough thing to say. It's exciting in one hand to be like, wow, I get to run Star Wars, but on the other hand, I know I would be thinking, man, I'm going to have a lot of people not agreeing with my ideas, and they're telling us this is what happened to Luke. Like it or not, And that's tough for a lot of people to accept. But I enjoy it. I was a kid when Return of the Jedi came out, and I'm naive and young, and I remember thinking, wow, Luke did it. He saved the day, saved his dad. He's going to be a great Jedi, and he's just going to rock out the rest of his life, and everyone's going to love him, and he's going to be glorified and loved. And God, you find him 35 years later, he's, what the hell? It's Luke, man. This guy, he deserved better. I'm mad. I'm mad that the universe treated him like that. But I don't I'm not mad at J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy for making that choice about Luke. Life ain't easy. Life is always work, and life doesn't always pat you on the back for the things you deserve. Luke's been apparently given a raw deal. That was my boy. Han. I thought him and Leia, I figured they might have some marital problems, but I generally thought it was happily ever after for Han and Leia. And so now apparently they only had one kid. They didn't have twins. God bless, Timothy Zahn. And they had one kid, and that one kid ends up, betraying Luke and killing Han. And breaking Leia's heart. Our three main, most beloved fictional characters, Kylo, Ben Solo, Ren, frickin' craps on all three of them. That's upsetting. But it's a good story, and I appreciate it. So anyway, thanks. Look forward to all the latest rumors and trailers and freeze frames and speculations and Jedi councils and Kristen and Ken and Mark and all them. I love it. So and I love watching it with all of you, and I love feeling like we're connected, and we're a family of Star Wars fans, and it's a fun ride. And I want y'all to enjoy it as much as I do. All right, thanks.